Welcome back in, everybody. I'm Noah Castor, and as always, I'm joined by Brandon Hudson and Darren Kinslow, and we are the Benchwarmers. It was kind of a weird week, week 4 in the NFL last week. I mean, a lot of teams that were really good kind of got a slap in the face, so week 5 is going to be really interesting. Let's get right into it with the Thursday night game. This is going to be a very good game. Rams and Seahawks. Rams coming off that really surprising defeat against the Buccaneers, and then the Seahawks kind of just steamrolled the Arizona Cardinals. That pick didn't work out. Darren, I'll get your take on it first. Who you got?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really, really close game. The Seahawks-Rams games are always really good every year. But this one at home, with the Seahawks coming off of a win and the Rams, like you said, falling to the Bucs, I got to go Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. I still don't believe in Jared Goff. I think he's overpaid, but that's a whole different story.
Whole nother,
So definitely. I'm going with the Seahawks in a really close game though.
Fair enough. Brandon, what do you got?
I like the Seahawks being at home for this one. I do have Seahawks for this one as well. I see the defense playing a big factor for the Rams, but I think that Russell Wilson, with him having the scramble ability, he's going to wear that defense down, wear the linemen down to where they can't. I mean, they want to give up at that point because that dude runs circles around so many people. But yeah, I think Russell Wilson's going to play a big factor in this game, and I think DK Metcalf might have a touchdown tonight.
This is a big breakout game.
This is a breakout game.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the Rams' defense if they can get a stop against the Seahawks, because we saw against freaking Jameis Winston they couldn't get a stop. I do think they play better tonight. This is a tough one. I am going to go Rams. I think they have a bounce-back week, but I can 100% see the Seahawks winning this one too. Next up, we got the Jets and the Eagles. I don't think Sam Darnold's playing in this, right? He's practicing, but I don't think he's playing.
I don't think so, but I don't know, honestly.
I don't think it really matters. I'm going to go Eagles on this one. The Eagles' offensive line looked great against the Packers, and I think they're going to have their way in the run game, so I'm going to go Eagles on this one.
Yeah, the Eagles just have a far better team, a lot more players, really. So, yeah, I'm going Eagles, too.
I'm going Eagles.
Eagles. All right, next up we got an interesting game, but it might be a really good one. Gardner Minshew going up against Kyle Allen. Jaguars and Panthers. I don't know about this one. I'm going to start off with Darren real quick.
I have a really hard time picking between the Jags and Panthers. I really don't know who's going to win. I'm just going to go with Minshew Mania, and I'm going to pick the Jags, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers win.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Allen's doing some pretty good stuff. I know they lost, or did they win last week?
They beat the Texans last week.
That's right. Kyle Allen didn't have a great game, though.
Yeah,
but
defense really stepped up.
Still, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going Jags.
Going Jags.
I'm going Jags on this one. I got Minshew in this one. That's battle between the backup quarterbacks. And I believe in Minshew. That's enough said. I mean, I saw it last week. He was able to basically run around the whole entire Broncos defense and still make a pass. And still caught it for a touchdown. So I gotta go Minshew on this one.
This one's a tough one for me. I think it's two teams that are in very similar situations. I'm going to go with the team with the win last week that I was most impressed with. I'm going to go Panthers. I think they beat the better team. So, yeah, I'm going to go Panthers on this one. I don't think Kyle Allen has a great game against that Jaguars defense, but I do think the Panthers defense will be able to hold up. So, I'm going to go Panthers on this one. Next up, we got Vikings and Giants, a game that I really think is going to be closer than people think. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I am going to go Vikings on this one. They have the better team.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vikings too. I think the weapons that they have on offense is going to be able to beat the weak Giants defense. So Vikings for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm going Vikings in this one. We saw it last week. Dalvin Cook. Doing Dalvin Cook things last week against the Bears. I was very surprised on that. I didn't think they were actually going to be able to get the run game going, especially with they wanted to make Kirk Cousins throw the ball, and still somehow finds a way to have a pretty decent game against the Bears. So I think that this is going to be a good game, and I think the Vikings are going to win it.
And I wanted to mention that Saquon Barkley is back at practice.
Yeah.
I don't physically know how.
Yeah,
because it's a high ankle sprain, but he's back at practice, and from the video I've seen, he looks good.
Yeah,
so
he'll be back pretty soon.
I don't think he's going to play in this one, but I think he might
Yeah.
play against the they got the Patriots after this. So next up, we got Falcons and Texans. Brandon, I'll start with you on this one. Your team, what do you think?
I'm going to go Texans on this one. I see. Here's the thing. We lost last week, but it was a great game. It was a better game than I thought. They had Christian McCaffrey, I don't know why, but every single time I see the Panthers, I think of Christian McCaffrey, and that man can run over anyone and can make a big factor in a game. It doesn't. At that point, he's one of those people that can make a difference besides a QB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He will, and we saw it last week. But one big thing that I saw was Noah sent me a video actually of Deshaun Watson going through and actually literally just told everything about what the defense did, and he knows what he needs to do this week. He actually stayed after. I liked it because he actually stayed after the game last week and got with his QB coach, and after the loss, he sat there and he went through some stuff and actually started practicing right after the game, and I thought that was pretty cool. I think they're going to bounce back on this game and definitely take over the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I think the Texans are going to win. The Falcons, they have weapons on offense, and they have good players. It's just they can't seem to execute, so I don't know about Atlanta. I really don't.
I'm just waiting for the breakout game of Hopkins. I mean, Hopkins has he's faced a lot of really good corners this year. I can't say it's all Hopkins. Like, Hopkins has faced good corners. It's just how it is. I mean, you're going to face good corners, then you're going to face bad corners. I think this is the game where Hopkins needs to go off and does something.
Offensive breakout game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Falcons have looked really rough this year. I think Dan Quinn's going to get fired after this year because they have the talent to be a good team. It's just they can't get it together. Matt Ryan's having one of his worst years. I'm going to go Texans on this one. I just don't think the Falcons are very good this year. Next up, we got the Buccaneers and the Saints. I don't know what to think about the Buccaneers at this point. I mean, you dropped 55 points. I don't care who you're playing, what defense you're playing. That's impressive.
Yeah.
55 points dropped on the Saints, but that Saints defense really stepped up against the Cowboys. I'm going to go Saints on this one. I think they have the better roster, but I would not be surprised if this gets into a shootout. And to be honest, I trust Jameis Winston more than I trust Teddy Bridgewater in a shootout. So I'm going to go Saints, but if it's a high-scoring game, the Buccaneers could pull it out.
Yeah. I'm going to go Saints here. We've seen the Buccaneers do this. We saw them do it last year with Fitzmagic and Jameis Winston, and they kind of just fell apart midway through the season. I think we probably might see that again here with the Buccaneers, especially since they're now facing a really good defense in the Saints. So, Saints. I'm
going Saints as well. Like you guys said, Buccaneers, man, they if that defense shows up like it did last week, I would definitely pick the Buccaneers, but I got to see it happen again. I got to see the performance that they had last week from the defense happen again this week for me to be able to pick them over the Saints. But I got to go with the Saints on this one as well.
Yep. Next up, we got the Bills and Titans. Bills, a tough loss to the Patriots, and then the Titans had a really good game. So, I mean, it's tough. Josh Allen probably will play in this game, so I'm going to throw it over to Darren. I need some time to think about this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a really low-scoring game. Titans' defense has been impressive, and same with the Bills. They have a really good defense. So I'm going to go with the Bills. I think they played pretty good on the defensive side of things last week, and if the offense can do something against the Titans, which I think they definitely can, I think the Patriots' defense is better than Tennessee. But, I'm going Buffalo.
What you got, Brandon?
I'm going to go the Bills as well.
This is tough. I think it's going to come down to like a field goal or something. I think it's going to be a close 17-16 kind of game.
Yep.
I'm going to go Bills. I think they have the better defense over the Titans, and I think both offenses are kind of in the same boat. Mm-hmm. Struggle some weeks, do good the other weeks. So I'm going to go Bills on that one. Next up, we got the Cardinals and the Bengals. Gross. I'm going to go Cardinals. I think they have a better offense. I think they have a better offensive line, but barely, just because the Bengals' offensive line is so bad. I'm going to go Cardinals on this one. It's sad, but I trust Kyler Murray more than I trust Andy Dalton at this point.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think they're going to be able to get Joe Mixon going in this one.
That's true. Yeah.
It's tough, though, because I definitely can see the Cardinals winning this game. But, yeah, I'm going with the Bengals at home.
What do you got, B-Head?
I'm going to go Cardinals as well as Noah. I like what Kyler Murray's doing there. I like David Johnson as well playing at running back. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't won more games than they actually have. But, I mean, I got to go Cardinals on it.
Yeah, that's fair. Next up, we got the Patriots and the Redskins. Patriots.
Yep.
Patriots. I think that's pretty obvious, yeah.
Patriots.
Offense did struggle last week, big time, but I think they definitely bounced back against Washington.
Yeah, that Washington team is really just, I don't know, taken for two at this point, even though they have Dwayne Haskins, so I don't know what's going on.
His first touchdown was actually for the...
That's right. I saw that. That's tragic. I do believe in Dwayne Haskins, but the talent around him is just...
I think they need to actually play him and actually keep him in and not bounce back between each other.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game if Dwayne Haskins goes against the Patriots. That's going to be rough. Next up, we got Ravens and Steelers. I don't know. Ravens lost to the Browns. Steelers beat up a pretty bad Bengals team. I'm going to go Ravens. I'm just going to discard everything I've seen from the last week. I'm going to go full season. The Ravens have been the better team, so I'm going to go Ravens on this one.
Yeah, I'm picking the Ravens for that exact same reason.
Yeah, I like the Ravens as well on this one.
Next up, we got Bears and Raiders. We do believe that Chase Daniels is going to be the quarterback for the Bears. Might not be the worst thing in the world for the Bears, honestly. The Raiders did look good. They ended up beating the Colts. John Gruden knows his offense. I mean, he's a good offensive coach. I just don't know if he's going to be able to outthink how talented the Bears defense is. So I'm going to go Bears on this one.
I'm going with the Bears, too. I think the defense is going to be able to get to Derek Carr. I think Khalil Mack's definitely going to be a factor in this one. Yeah. And their offense, honestly, I think may have just gotten better with Chase Daniel at quarterback.
Might have. Honestly.
I'm going to go Bears as well on this one. I think Khalil Mack definitely sees the Raiders as one of his biggest opponents, and he wants to dominate, and the best way to do it is to sack Derek Carr. And I think it's going to happen several times, and I think the Bears are going to win this one.
Yeah, I think this is one that Khalil Mack definitely had circled on his calendar at the Raiders, so it'll be a good game. Next up, we got Broncos and Chargers. I've been really disappointed with the Broncos this year. I thought they'd at least be close to a 500 team, but they have just started off awful. Bradley Chubb ends up tearing his Achilles or ACL, I can't remember, but he's out for the season, so I think it's pretty obvious that the Chargers win this one, and Melvin Gordon's going to get some touches this week, so I'm going to go Chargers.
I'm going with Chargers as well.
Yeah.
Yep, same with the fact that Melvin Gordon's coming back. I go Chargers.
That's big. All right, maybe the best game this week, honestly. We got Packers and Cowboys. It's going to be really good. I'll let Darren take this one first.
Yeah, this is going to be a really fun game to watch. Devontae Adams isn't going to play, which I think is going to be huge.
They haven't ruled him out.
Probably.
Adam Schefter has said he's probably going to be out, so yeah.
But on the Cowboys side of things, they're probably going to have two offensive linemen missing as well. Yep. So I just don't know if Green Bay can stop Zeke. So that's why I'm going to pick Dallas here. But it's going to be a really close game. Yep. Aaron Rodgers always plays well in Dallas, so it's going to be a good one for sure.
Definitely.
I'm going to go Cowboys as well on this one. Like you said, I like the run game with Zeke. This is definitely another kind of one of those Dak Prescott moments where he's got to step up here and do something, especially playing the Saints last week. I know it was a good defensive game on both sides of the ball last week, but you got to overcome a defense, and you got to finally look at it like, hey, we've got a good offense. You got to go out there and do something. And this is definitely another week to prove it against the Packers defense.
Yeah. This game's hard for me to pick. There's a lot of injuries that still haven't been ruled. I mean, Kevin King, the Packers cornerback, might be out. Packers middle linebacker Oren Burks might be coming back, his season debut, so that'd be a huge help in the run game against the Cowboys. I'm going to go Packers just because Aaron Rodgers owns Jerry World. Yeah, I mean, he's 6 of his last 7 against the Cowboys, so I'm going to go Packers, Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Next up, we got Colts and Chiefs. This might have been a good game if Andrew Luck hadn't retired, but I don't know. The Colts just got beat up by the Raiders. I don't know. The Colts have looked good, but I don't think they're even close to where the Chiefs are, so I'm going to go Chiefs on this one.
I'm going to go Chiefs as well in this one. They said that Marlon Mack may possibly be out this week as well. I think they said he missed Wednesday's practice, and when you miss a Wednesday's practice, it to me, it
I
kind
wouldn't
of
know.
makes a difference because you can't. You're not practicing closer and closer to the game, so then it's going to be harder and harder for you to actually be ready. And I think that the only reason why I say Marlon Mack could play a big role in this is the fact that the Chiefs don't have the best run defense, and so I think Marlon, especially Marlon being Marlon Mack, he's a dominant running back. He's I think in my eyes underrated. But yeah, with him being out, I think Chiefs definitely win this one.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a high-scoring game even without T.Y. Hilton, but I still got the Chiefs winning this one at home.
If the Colts are out, of course, T.Y. Hilton and Marlon Mack,
really
that's
hard.
just going to be tough. And Devin Funchess is out for the year. Who do you have a wide receiver at that point?
I'll tell you what I miss is Eric Ebron actually doing something. I'm not gonna lie, he's becoming one of the good tight ends that was able to get in the end zone for the Colts. But now it's just like, I looked at him in fantasy. I was like, man, last year I'd be picking this dude first round. I'd be like, dude, I don't care, first round. He's coming to my team. He's dominant with the touchdowns. But this year I was kind of just like, wow.
That was Andrew Luck's guy. And
Yeah.
I think that's why he's declined as much as he has. Next up, we got Browns and 49ers. The 49ers, the only NFC team that is still undefeated. Of course, they had the bye week, so they didn't play last week. Browns coming off an impressive win against the Ravens. This one's tough. I'm going to go 49ers on this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a really close game with the Browns coming off of the win, and then San Fran had a break right there with the bye week. So I think we're going to see I don't know if I want to say a high-scoring game. I feel like it very well could be, but I'm going to go with San Francisco here. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Browns come out and win, coming off of last week's win. So.
I'm going to go 49ers on this one as well. Only other team besides the Chiefs and Patriots that are undefeated. So I think they definitely want to show that they can still be an undefeated team and show that they deserve it. So I think they're going to come out here and beat the Browns. And I knew last week against the Browns versus Ravens game was going to be a high-scoring game. I knew it was going to be a close game because, let's be honest, whenever those two play, they always play a game. No matter who comes out, they always show up to play. But I think they take a step back this week, and I think 49ers win it.
Yeah, and to be fair, the 49ers haven't played the best teams. They had the Buccaneers, Bengals, and then Steelers without Big Ben. So this is going to be a big test for them, a Browns team that has some momentum coming off of that Ravens win. So it'll be interesting to see on Monday night. I think that does it for Week 5 of the NFL. Yep. Man, this flying by.
Dude,
the quarter of the season's already over.
I feel like just yesterday we were talking about the season just starting, and now it's like, and we're already on Week 5.
We're already almost over. It's great. We are at 200 subscribers. Next goal is, of course, 300, 400, 500. So if you guys could subscribe, hit the notifications button to keep up with all of our recaps we'll be doing this weekend. It's been the Benchwarmers, guys.
Deuces.